Hi, welcome to our webinar. Today, we are going to help you prep your home to sell it. We're going to go over 5 things today to prepare your home for sale. The goal is to make your home as inviting and enticing to as many potential buyers as possible. So we're going to have 5 topics, and within each topic, there will be a couple of examples of things you could do. We're also going to discuss what's going on with showings and how we're dealing with selling homes during this COVID-19 time. My name is Lisa Wasnikowski. I will be your host today. I am the broker owner of Blue Ribbon Realty in Crown Point, and we service all of Northwest Indiana. I'm joined by my sister and team member, Tracy Melnarchik. I have been a realtor for well over 15 years. Tracy joined my team in 2019. And we both grew up here, and we believe in a better real estate experience. I'm also a certified strategic pricing advisor through NAR, the National Association of Realtors. Let's begin. So there's going to be 5 topics. The first one, to help your home sell and to do so before you list it, is to address your curb appeal and landscaping. The very first picture, when we upload photos into our database, which is the MLS, the multiple listing service, the first photo needs to be an exterior photo of the house. From our MLS, multiple websites pull the information and put it on their websites, like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, the Times website, Yahoo, Chicago Tribune. We want that first picture to be the best picture. So I usually like to say, walk down your street, look at some of your neighbors' homes head on, and take a good look at them. If you were to take a snapshot of the front of their house today, would that picture entice you to want to see more of that house? Some of the easiest things you can do to prepare your home is taking care of the exterior and putting out fresh mulch. Colorful, fresh mulch really can pop. Planting colorful flowers, power washing the exterior, and addressing if there's any peeling paint or if the roof needs work. We're not saying definitely do a new roof if you need it, but we are saying keep in mind if you do need roof repairs and you can't do those roof repairs, it will reflect on the price of the home. And it will reflect on how many people look at your home. One thing out of this whole list that I would suggest every seller does is to wash the inside and outside of your windows. When you wash the inside and outside of your windows, you're going to let more light shine through, and your windows might look clean, but let's be honest, how many times have you washed your windows and you thought they're not that bad, and afterwards when you look on your towel, you're like, whoa, there was a lot of dirt on those windows. Clean windows can make your pictures on the outside pop because the reflection is brighter when they take the photo because the light is reflecting off, whereas inside the house more light is shining through and your house will appear brighter and cheerier. Very simple, minimal cost, but really can make a difference. Also, we want to point out, cut your grass. If your lawn needs edging, it's a great time to do it. Keep your grass cut all throughout the process till the day of closing. I'm not saying cut your grass every day, but maintain your lawn. Number 2 is the trickiest topic of all of these, and that's the declutter. We're not saying you're messy. We're not saying you're a hoarder. We're saying we want your home to look as spacious as possible. So we want excess items taken out of your home. The buyer knows you're moving. You're trying to sell your home. Boxes are okay. Box up things that you don't need, like seasonal items that are out of season. So if you're listing your home in spring or summer, put all that Christmas stuff in boxes and put it off to the side. I really believe family pictures are fine as long as it's not overwhelming. The goal is you want someone to walk in. The whole point of this entire number 2 topic of decluttering is when a potential buyer walks into your house, we want them to focus on the home, focus on the rooms, the potential We want them to be able to visualize putting their items in that house. And we also want them to not focus on your stuff. If you walked into a house and it was a museum filled with, actually one home had movie memorabilia in the entire basement. It looked so cool, but people were more concerned with looking at the stuff in the basement than actually, is this house right for me? They're focused on that, and it takes away. You're then going to have longer showings if you have a home like that, and not a lot of buyers. More buyers that actually come back and say, I don't want your house, but can I buy all of your monster movie posters? Family pictures, like we said, I think they're fine. You just don't want too many of them. We want that person to be able to visualize themselves in the home. We don't want them to feel like they're invading your privacy. Closets need to be organized and they need to not be full. This sounds weird, but one of the things people look through when they're looking at a house is the closet space. Excuse me. Your closets should only be half full. You want stuff in there, you want it to be nice, neatly organized. You do not want any boxes in your closets, and you do not want it overwhelmed with hanging clothes or toys or games that are going to fall down. Any intimate personal items should be boxed up or hidden from view, maybe in a drawer or something else, but not hanging in your closet. And boxes are cool. We like boxes. We don't like boxes scattered throughout the entire home because it becomes harder and cumbersome for people to walk around. So boxes are preferred in the basement in one section, or if you don't have a basement or the basement is not a proper place for your boxes, pick a room and put them in one section of that room. We don't want boxes everywhere. Number 3, minor repairs and enhancements. We call this number 3 because there are things you can do and there's things that you probably wouldn't do otherwise. One thing we do say is check every outlet in your kitchen, bathroom, and basement. Where there's a water source, there should be an outlet that is GFCI protected. Those are those outlet covers that have the little test button on them, or they'll say GFCI protected on the outlet cover. You should have some in your kitchen and your bathroom. You may not have, every outlet might not say that, but there should be at least one. The basement is also a popular place where they don't have them and they should. So if there's near the water source, there should be one outlet that has that. I myself am guilty of having a burned out light bulb in my vanity in my bathroom. It's not a big deal. It's high up. I haven't changed it yet, but I'm not selling my house. If you're selling your house and you have any burned out bulbs, you want to replace them. Make sure every bulb in your house is working, and they should all be of the same wattage. So when the lights are on and a buyer's walking through, it is bright, it is cheery, and they see all the light. If it's a couple of bulbs are burned out, which you might be okay with, but a buyer walking through, it's gonna look dimmer to them, and they're gonna notice there's burned out bulbs. And they're gonna think, what else are they not replacing? A lot of homes could use a fresh coat of paint. If that's something you're willing to do and it's needed, that's when you want to talk to us and have us look at your home in person and say, should I paint this room? Should I get new carpet or change out this flooring? That's what we're there for. A cheap fix that can really make a difference in making your home appear neater and cleaner. Even if you are a clean person, just getting the home prepared and could make a big difference is look for any outlet covers that are missing, any broken or missing trim, damaged doors or cabinets. Sometimes replacing the handles on your cabinets can change the whole look and make it look more modern. A lot of cabinets actually might be in great condition, but those handles look nasty, they're worn, stained, chipped, or they're just very dated. So go to Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, and buy some new handles. They are a couple of bucks each. You count how many you need. So you might be spending 50 bucks, but or paint your handles if they're paintable. that really can make a big difference. And the same goes for your vent covers and your registers, your floor registers. Those, they may need to be painted or cleaned. Definitely vacuum all of the vents on the ceiling and the floor. Vacuum them very well, clean them. And finally, we do suggest, although this would be a cost, it's a benefit to get a pre-listing home inspection. The reason why, and we can give you a list of home inspectors that do that for homes that aren't listed yet, but the reason why you might want to get a home inspection before you list your home is so there's no surprises or sticker shock. There's nothing worse than getting an accepted offer on your house, being happy with the price that that buyer is willing to pay, and then it's subject to them getting a home inspection. And once they get that home inspection, they ask for a slew of repairs, and they always ask for a licensed repairman to do those repairs, and they want receipts proving the repairs were completed. That can all add up. So addressing any potential concerns ahead of time really can help you adjust your price accordingly, or do those repairs and still ask for that full price, or maybe even a little more. A lot of a lot of sellers that get the home inspection before they list their home will make it available to the buyers. And I have one example I'd like to share. We had a seller that before I even met with them, they went and got a home inspection. And then when I met with them, they showed me the home inspection, and in it, and by the way, a home inspection can range a few $100s. In the home inspection, the home inspector noted mold-like growth in the attic and the crawl space of this home. They wanted to know what to do. You have to disclose it if you know about it. So you can disclose it and realize you're going to cut out a huge chunk of potential buyers, or you can see what it costs to get it remediated and address it. Being proactive, they had the mold remediated. It did cost, I think it was around $4,000 because it was pretty extensive in the attic and the crawl. They provided all the paperwork of the mold remediation, the invoice, the whole home inspection, which had other little things too. Home inspections can be, it could be anywhere between 20 and 40 pages long. They'll list what works, what doesn't work, absolutely everything about the home. We had within 1 week a buyer give a full price offer. It was cash, and those buyers waived the home inspection because that seller made that home inspection and all the warranty, the invoice, the work done. They had it sitting out on the kitchen for any buyer to look at. So in their best interest, it worked out. They disclosed that there was a mold problem. They disclosed absolutely everything that showed up in that home inspection, and they showed the receipts with the remediation that they did. And we closed very quickly because it was a cash offer, and it worked to their advantage. We do want to let you know, a lot of buyers nowadays, especially first-time home buyers, they're focused on the trends. They like updated kitchens, master bathrooms. They like updated bathrooms, and they do want a large main bedroom. Keep in mind, there's things that you can change in your home, and there are things you cannot change. Accentuate the positives, and buyers will notice that. If you know your bedrooms are all small, make sure they're light in color, they're bright and airy. If your kitchen is huge but it's dated, but the cabinets are in good shape, change out those handles. Sometimes even replacing a faucet can make a world of difference, or just a coat of paint. Number 4 is actually pretty, it's simple. It's a question to ask yourself. It's not, you don't have to have an answer right now, but know your exit strategy. Have a plan for moving day. You may not know what moving day is, but do you have a place to go? Do you have to find another home? Have you already moved out of your current home? Do you need to probably put stuff in storage? These are all things to know about ahead of time. Do you need to hire movers? Have you investigated how much movers cost and their availability? Talk to a lender, get a pre-approval if you're buying a new home or building a home. You want no surprises. And it doesn't always work out according to plan, but knowing that exit strategy will make it easier to adapt down the road as we get closer to closing if there is a hiccup along the way. We can talk to you about that too if you need some guidance or just want to verbally vocalize, what am I going to do? I have to buy a home. I need to sell this home and then use this money for as a down payment for the new home. Do you have a short-term rental place that you need to find? There are many things you can do there, and we can help guide you through it. And finally, our number 5 item is price your home right. If your home is priced right, it will spend less time on the market. Ultimately, a home is only worth what a buyer wants to pay, and every buyer may have a different value in mind of what they'd be willing to pay for your home. The market ultimately will determine your price accordingly, but homes that are listed too high in the beginning will spend more time on the market and end up they could have sold it for in the beginning, if that makes sense. For instance, now let's talk about showings during this time. We do suggest that if you are living in your home and it's occupied, you want to set up a sanitizing station at the door. Something simple with hand sanitizer, wipes, or gloves. We like to provide shoe covers, and we also have signs for some people that prefer to remove shoes before entering. One thing a lot of sellers do, which we suggest it's a great option if you're living in the home, leave all your doors and cabinets open and turn on all the lights before you leave so the agent and buyer don't have to touch anything. We still want you to wipe everything down that's like a high traffic area when you return, just for your own safety. Extra precautions is our association does have a showing disclosure waiver that we can ask all parties to sign before approving any showing. In that waiver, we can always give you an example, give you a copy so you can see what it looks like. But it basically discloses that those parties that are looking at your home, that buyer and their agent, are entering with their own risk. They're fully aware of what's going on and the risks involved in going to somebody's home during this time. We want only pre-approved buyers to go into showings. And because of that, we are seeing no open houses right now. Some agents might be doing open houses, but there's 2 reasons why we're not. Reason number 1 is we want people to wear masks in the house. And when you have an open house, anybody can show up. Also, they don't have to be a pre-approved buyer to enter your home. And wearing a mask, it's more of a safety concern. People are entering and we can really not see much of their face. So because of facial recognition, and it's still your home and you have things in your home that are of value, we are calling it a safety risk at this moment. But we will do appointments only, and we will also do virtual tours so they can see the home online, or in appointment if they're not comfortable going in the home, we can go through and videotape it for them, and using FaceTime walk them through. Also, no children under 18. It's something we can ask for. It does reduce the risk of kids like to run around and touch things, so it's one less thing that you don't have to worry about. Most adults respect, don't touch the lights, they're already on. We want to thank you. Thank you for your time. And Blue Ribbon Realty, we are here to help you. If you would like to list your home for sale, please contact us first. Let us walk through your home, get an idea of what it could be worth in today's market, and depending on your situation, help you out. If you need help finding that exit strategy or a pre-approval, we have plenty of locally licensed lenders that are great to work with. We appreciate your time. Reach out to us. Our phone number is 219-281-2560 if we can help. Thanks.